Hi guys, welcome back to the platform. Welcome to today's video. So love, we are going to jump into today's reaction, which says why Hungarian and Poland love each other. So I'm here to react to you. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and yeah, let's head over to this video.
That people tend to achieve great feats while forming a cohesive group with one another. They don't say that you can whistle a symphony alone, it takes a whole orchestra to play it for nothing. With that in mind, it's no surprise that throughout the history of mankind, many dynamic duos were formed, mostly due to historical, cultural, and spiritual similarities. For example, how Israel and the US are tied together by killing Middle Eastern children, terrorists. But I digress. We're not here to talk about them today. Instead, we'll be taking a look at the totally heteronormative relationship of Poland and Hungary, which in no way is homosexual at all. Poland and Hungary's relationship could be vaguely described as the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Of course, that isn't the whole story. Hungary and Poland share many cultural similarities as well, like how they both have a language resembling Donald Duck having an orgasm.
Oh my god, it feels so good. Oh yeah, oh slow down, oh yeah.
But I would say that their bond was mostly built on the fact that they hated the same people. And isn't that so poetic? Throughout history, Poland and Hungary shared many enemies, everything from the Mongols, Turks, Germans, Soviets, and so on. With that in mind, we are gonna look at some historical happenings that forged the bond into what it is today.
Mongolian? What the hell Mongolian doing here?
The first major event that brought these two together was the Mongol invasion of Hungary and Poland in 1241. When the Mongols attacked, they decided to attack Hungary and Poland simultaneously, given that their spies knew that they would cooperate in the event of an attack on one of them. While the Mongols were successful in their invasion of both countries, they retreated in 1242 because their great Khan Ogadai sadly passed away. But the situation Hungary was left in after the invasion was more than pathetic. Between 50 and 80% of the settlements in Ölföld were destroyed, and Hungary lost somewhere between 15 to 25% of its population, which would be around 500,000 people at the time. The Polish weren't in a much better situation either. Their assets were also saved because of the sudden retreat of the Mongols. The combination of their very badly protected towns and the Mongols' ungodly animal-like bloodlust with the combination of otherworldly horse archery caused them to lose at the end, even with the cooperation of the two, and other kingdoms who aren't that important. However, when the Mongols returned to finish off what they started, they weren't so lucky, as Hungary was prepared this time. Under King Béla IV, Hungary took extensive precautions in the preparation of future invasions of the Mongols. Poland, on the other hand, would go on to lose the second Mongol invasion as well, but later on it would win the third one with the help of Hungary, and thus the Polish-Hungarian bond started to bloom, with the defeat of their first large common enemy.
That came to invade Poland and Hungary. Okay, those people, are they still in existence? I would like to know, because he said it was in 1920 something ish. Yes, that is really pretty old, like way old. Yeah. Anyway, so this is an interesting topic. I love history. Okay, now I'm finding out how these two countries are able to be besties. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you are from Poland, let me know. Okay, this history, is it true? If you are from Hungary, let me know as well. All right, besties, let's head back.
The next mutual enemy Poland and Hungary would face together were the sweet potato jaw monarchy, also known as the Habsburgs. In the 14th century, three kings met up at the Hungarian city of Visegrad, those being the kings of Hungary, Poland, and Bohemia, whose main objective was to form a cooperative effort between these three against the dynastical personification of the state of Alabama, who had previously suddenly expanded their domain and power. As such, the kings agreed to create a new commercial route to bypass Vienna, which in turn would benefit the three powers. Now we've come to talk about the common enemy of the entirety of Europe, that being the Turks, aka the Ottomans. Between the 13th and the 15th centuries, the Ottomans were gaining more and more power and expanding throughout the Balkans, which would eventually put Christendom and all the Jesus-loving kingdoms in danger of becoming modern-day London and Paris. Thus, in true Hungarian fashion, Hungarian King János Hunyadi stepped up as a defender of Christianity and went into battle against Turkish invaders supported by the King of Poland, Vladislav. Poland was the only foreign power who offered Hungary any help in their crusade against the Ottomans. The king even went to such lengths as dying at the Battle of Varna in 1444. János would be captured by Vlad II, but later on released after a hefty sum of money was paid. Hungary would later go on to lose another battle on Kosovo, but János would repay himself in 1456, winning back Belgrade. Later on, after the Ottomans finally defeated Hungary in the 16th century, many Hungarian nobles took refuge in Poland, where they would gain power and turn back to start again the fight for their homeland. Objectively speaking, the Ottoman invasion period in Europe is so long and would warrant a video of its own to cover justly. With that being said, let's just fast forward past all of the cooperations between Hungary and Poland during this period. All in all, ultimately, the Poles coming to help out Hungarians in their wager against the Ottomans made the two countries closer as their blood was shed together against the same powerful enemy.
Voornamen? Grzegorz Brzęczyszczykiewicz.
World War II is arguably one of the main factors that made the two groups uncontrollably simp for one another in the
That Zento Zesty ticket. That guy's his name. Wow, I have done a reaction about that, and oh my goodness, that word is just so hard. Like, I got a comment in my comment section from a Poland. I think that should be a Poland subscriber saying that we Poland were in the World War II. Okay, they put a name whereby the Russian is unable to pronounce the name. All right, so this is really amazing, like how close Hungarian and Poland people are. It's because they fought wars a lot, like a lot of wars together, and they shared their bloods on the battlefild. So I will not be close, they'll definitely be close. So this is interesting. I literally enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and let's head back.
The YouTube comment section. While yes, technically both countries were on the opposite sides of the war, they still managed to have friendly relations with each other. In 1939, everyone's favorite Austrian painter invaded Poland. During his 6-month invasion, the Germans asked for Hungary to allow their forces to pass through the country to invade Poland, which was refused by the Hungarian administration due to Hungarian honor. Later on, with the fall of Poland, many Polish military personnel escaped to Hungary, where they would then be allowed to go to France and French colonies to continue the fight against fascism. In the same time period, the Hungarian government refused to close down a Polish cultural institute in Budapest. Within the institute, Polish culture was freely practiced, which was against German wishes, who were actively suppressing it throughout occupied Poland. Along this, many other Polish schools were opened throughout Hungary, which were used by Polish refugees. By the end of the war in 1944, Hungarian soldiers refused to help the Germans suppress the Warsaw Uprising. Many even gave the Poles weapons, ammunition, and medical supplies. Captured Polish insurgents were treated by Hungarians, who would let them go back to fight in Poland.
Усе priča da prodaješ drozu i da imaš alergiju na glukozu i ambrozu.
Hungary's hate towards the Russians stems from the revolution of 1956. Poverty was rampant in Hungary at the time, and most of the industrial goods and foods was sent to Russia, which is kinda bad given that you are starving. Other than that, they hate the very forceful way Russia was doing things, mainly their tendency to censor books and media, control what was taught at school, and in the implementation of the secret police, and all sorts of communist bullshit social studies students propagate for today. The banning of religion was also a big negative, given that Hungarians are very religious even to this day. As for Poland, their main reason for hating them was the Polish-Soviet War, and then the Soviet control of Poland. During communist times, Poland was a vassal state of the USSR. It's not just that the Soviets imposed communism. After the war ended, they started hunting down and rounding up members of the AK, the Polish resistance, and putting them into prison or executing them. Now, imagine having your country be at war for 6 years, and seeing your greatest foe defeated and then having the people calling themselves your saviors killing member of your home army. Yeah, that's basically how the Poles felt about the Russians. They held a massive rigged referendum where the official results embraced communism, winning in a 4-1 margin, when the actual results showed a rejection of the policies in a 3-2 margin. 20 years later, during a period of openness, the Soviets, unable to secure hard currency loans from the West, had the Polish government take loans out to buy heavy Western machinery and resell it to the USSR for something called transfer rubles, a pseudo-currency used in the Eastern Bloc. They were effectively worthless and screwed over Poland big time. Essentially, both Poland and Hungary had to suffer under the boot of communism, which brought the two even closer than before, as they would relate to what the other was going through. The alliance between the two nations continued on into the 21st century as well. In 2007, Hungary's parliament declared March 23rd a day of Hungarian-Polish friendship, and 4 days later the Polish parliament did the same. Later, throughout the migrant crisis of 2015 and 2016, many Polish border guards helped out their Hungarian colleagues with protecting their border. In recent years, both countries formed an alliance in the EU Parliament where they would always vote in favor of the other country, which would allow them to continuously fuck with the liberals of the West and not take any refugees. In the endless screaming pile of doo-doo that was the brutal human history, Poland and Hungary formed a bond that would last for generations to come, and make their upcoming troubles more tolerable. What began as an obligatory neighbors help neighbors gesture was soon shaped into the unbreakable bond that would resemble modern-day mutual white girl hatred towards the same guy that ghosted them. May their friendship last for an eternity, and may they circle jerk each other online for centuries to come. Thanks once more for watching, and special thanks to these wonderful channel members: Julian Apostases, Mickey D, Pavan, Anthony YouTube, Roland C, Nekwa, Emanuel Dancila, and Andrei Sorin-Parskiv. If you want to support the channel and get a shoutout, become a channel member today. You've watched Living Ironically in Europe, and I'll see you next time.
Wow, this is amazing. I enjoyed it, and I also wish same prayer he said, that may their friendship be everlasting, and I also wish their friendship to be everlasting as well, because like Poland really went through a lot of struggle. That's why I love their zeal of standing up for themselves, their zeal to fight, their zeal for freedom. Like, that country is blessed. Okay, it's blessed. Like, God just blessed them with amazing beings that has the zeal to fight for their rights. And for Hungarian to be a friend, a neighbor, and also a friend, that's really amazing. I literally enjoyed this. Okay, this was an amazing history that I would take it a very long way to stick to my brain. Yeah. And he's also funny as well. He's the way he teach it in a funny way that you yourself, you get glued to the screen and to what he's explaining. Yeah, like how many times did other countries come to invade Poland? I would like to know, like, how many times. And he said that the war lasted for 6 years, like 6 years. That's a long time. I don't know how you guys did it, but God keep on strengthening you all. Yeah, so I'll see you all, my besties, in my next one. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading them. And yeah, Dziękuję, do widzenia. Bye guys.